It was fun to do as a family. I would not care to do it again.
It was better than planning my own vacation. End of story.
Yeah, pretty much.
Steve and Jason met while co-hosting one of the first podcasts ever, hundreds of miles away from each other, but bonded through the magic of the internet. Since the end of that podcast in 2023, the geeky guys decided to keep on hanging out and keep podcasting, because still after all these years, Steve and Jason are having a real fun time.
So, vacation boys. I guess technically you're not a vacation boy. You're a moving boy, but you've been traveling.
Sir, I am a moving man.
My apologies. I'm a boy. I'll accept that classification gladly. So, we went on what I would call a Midwest tour. Typically, we take a trip back home to see the folks in Kansas, and true to form, there's not a whole lot going on there. I can confirm that from this most recent trip. So, we decided, hey, let's make a little more something out of this trip. Let's do some more stuff. Then my wife put on her project manager hat that she wears at work and said, I'll find us some things. And sure enough, she found us attractions to see and friends to visit. And it was a wonderful trip. And I will tell the story of that, generally the trip, on a future podcast. But for this time, I'm going to tell the story about how I went up in the St. Louis Arch.
The guy who wouldn't go up the Ferris wheel with his children is going to go up a national monument. I can't wait.
That's why it's quite the story. So I know how high, I know generally how high it is. I've seen this thing. I've driven by it in the past and said to myself, yep, that's tall. Never going up in that thing. And then my wife said, that would be a thing we could do on the way. We could, fly into Chicago, drive to St. Louis, see the arch. Okay. I'm going to say yes to all this, but as soon as you try and get me up in that thing, I'm going to be like that cat you try and give a bath. It's like, claw your eyes out and run away, just so she knows what to expect. So she gets us a hotel that is right downtown, right by the ball stadium, which unfortunately did not get to see a game, so don't get too excited. But it's right next to the arch. Like you go across the street a little ways, boom, you're there. That's the foot of the arch and one of the feet. Obviously, it's an arch. There's two. But
McDonald's arches have 3.
And they do. This is one arch. It is not the Golden Arches.
Your wife could have got you up into that.
I go up into that every November when the McRib comes.
There's McRibs at the top of this tower's husband. Climb!
He's already up there. A ring-tailed lemur. So we get to the morning we have tickets to check out the arch. There's like a museum underneath it, underground. And then, you wait your turn and you go up in the arch. And my son, of course, that morning, and even the night before, is freaking out. He's like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it. And I, luckily, am able to calm him by saying, neither does Daddy. But there's a caveat. There's a but. The but is, we're going to do it together. We're going to be brave boys, right? And go ahead. You have commentary.
I was just wondering how. Don't have a panic attack, son, because Daddy's going to have one. And I need you to get me through this. You're going to have to be the man, because I ain't up to scruff.
That is not what I told him. I told him we're going to do it together. That's different than you do it for me. I'll be over here crying.
Show me how it's done, son.
I mean, honestly, I in small spaces and up high, I don't do well. So there was a chance that it could completely just be ruined, like ruin the trip from the very outset. So luckily, I will spoil things. That is not the case. So we get up, we go to the museum, we go check it out. We get some food before we go up, and our time comes up to go down this kind of pathway. You learn a little bit about the arch, but it was just about the 70s. It was cool. It was slickly produced, but it was basically just about like Nixon and moon landings and stuff. And it's like, I mean, cool, but is there anything about the arch? And then that video ends and they're like, all right, here we go. It's like, okay, maybe I was just brainwashed. Maybe I don't know what I'm going to do next.
It's like when you go to Mount Rushmore and they're like, and now here's a video about the imports and exports of South Dakota.
Son of a bitch. They said they'd get me to watch that. I didn't believe them. Well played, South Dakota. Well played. So we watch that video, and then we go down some stairs and are getting to like the loading zone. Okay, the loading zone is roughly a 1930s sci-fi movie.
Okay.
Come to series of steps that are different heights because they kind of curve as they go down, so they get shorter. And these are the steps that are going to take you into the pods, elevators, but really pods that will take you up into the arch. So the way it does it is you stand on these stairs, you stand where your family is supposed to stand, or who your group is supposed to stand, which you have like a little designated area. You stand there, and we're looking at this concrete wall, just boring gray concrete. And there is a door that's can't be more than 4 feet tall in the wall. That's just a plain metal door. I'm like, I think that's the door we're supposed to go through. That Willy Wonka ass looking door is where they want us to go next, I think.
Wait, there's not a guide telling you where to go? Even Willy Wonka told people where to go.
I mean, there is, but they don't like come to each door. Like they stand up at the top and they tell you what to do, and then you go down and you do it. So
they just can't be bothered to make sure you do it right because it's St. Louis. Who gives a crap?
Sure, we'll go with that. I don't know what it was. It was kind of disconcerting because these are doors that are, I mean, it's like a bus basically, or a tram that's, the doors are going to close and open when they're supposed to. So it does not matter if you're there. It's going to close on you. It's going to leave you behind. Like they're on a schedule and they're going to keep it. So you better follow what they're telling you to do. Sure enough, that door opens, and it is a sliding door that opens into this tiny pod. Like, I won't bring it up right now because it'll take a while, but I have pictures of us in the pod, and it's, we're a large family as far as height goes. So we did not fit very comfortably, but we did fit in there. So you go up in this little egg, and it just takes you up, and it takes you up slowly, and then you're vertical, basically, going up into the arch. In this little rickety egg that's like shaking, and it's one of those that you can tell it's pivoting at the one point above you, because when we would get off balance, like there'd be too many people on one side, it would start to tip. And that is when I would look at my son like, how's he doing? And he's like smiling and having a great time. So I'm like, okay, I'll have a good time too, even though I'm not.
Okay, yeah, good way to dad.
There you go. So my daughter is sitting right by the window or the door, which is clear. Like you can see through it. It's just a glass. And so she can see like down the elevator shaft essentially. And she's just seeing straight down. She keeps looking down there. She's like, ah. I'm like, okay, just look at me. Like, don't look over there. You know what that looks like. Look this way.
She knows what you look like.
Well, I mean, I figure one's less frightening. I know. Go ahead and choose which one you want, but.
The devil you know and the devil you don't. I get it.
Exactly. So we go up. I think it's 4 minutes up and 3 minutes down. And so we wait the 4 minutes, and sure enough, almost like clockwork, 4 minutes, and we're slowing down, and we get up to the top, and we get up there, and once again, it's a series of stairs, and it's like, okay, this is where you exit. You go up these stairs, and you're there. You're at the top of the arch. Congratulations. And you have 10 minutes once you're up there. You look through these little tiny windows, so we look through some windows, we take some pictures. I was scared because I was thinking, this is a tall, skinny structure, relatively. You're probably going to feel some sway from like wind and whatever, just being up so high. And that was what I was terrified about. So boats, tall buildings, anything. And by tall buildings, I mean like anything over 5 stories. So taking me 630 feet up in an arch is not my idea of fun. But I'm happy to report there's absolutely you feel nothing. I mean, I felt a little weak-kneed a couple of times when I would, step on ground and it would feel like it shifted, but it did not. But I was fine. I think that it really helped them saying, like 10 minutes. You have 10 minutes and then you're going back down because another family's coming back up.
That's kind of neat. You get 10 whole minutes.
Yeah. I mean, it did not feel like it. It felt like by the time we were coming back down, it felt like it'd been, like 2, but.
Oh, really? So you enjoyed your time up there?
I did.
Honest question. What is there to see? Doesn't St. Louis suck? Like, what are you looking at?
I mean,
like you go up in the Space Needle and you look out one direction, you see the ocean, you look across that, you see the Olympics, you look the other way, you see North Cascades. Down this way, you've got a beautiful skyline, and that way, don't look that way, it's just Bellevue. But like 3 of the 4 directions are very picturesque. I don't know what I'm looking at on top of the arch.
Very far.
At what?
Stuff. I honestly couldn't tell you. It was the skyline. It was cool to be up that high. I enjoyed it more vicariously for my son. That like just look how high up we are and look how far we can see is basically it. Because yeah, there's the Mississippi River, which again, spoilers for a future podcast. We took a riverboat cruise. The Mississippi ain't nothing.
You got to be on a riverboat gambling or fleeing those jerks trying to take your friend Jim back.
Okay, well, I was on a riverboat. There was no gambling. There was no speed. Giant chunks of log and mud were passing us. It was not the highlight of the trip. But so you could see that. You could see just buildings, forever and ever. And again, just height and distance. It was fun to do as a family. I would not care to do it again.
It was better than planning my own vacation. End of story.
Yeah, pretty much. That's where it begins and ends. I didn't have to plan a thing. My wife took care of buying tickets for everything, got us where we needed to be, and the family was happy with what they got. My daughter, she's going into 8th grade, so she's in middle school, and that's just a weird, what is wrong with you age? Like, just constantly just asking, like, why did you do that? Like, what were you thinking? Like, I as a human being, I can't understand what you were thinking. So I know you're a middle schooler, but
puberty, dude. Puberty.
I get that that's part of it. Yes.
Did you forget what puberty did to your brain?
My brain, yes, not my body.
Wait, shouldn't it be the reverse? Because it's her brain that's doing stuff. You're not mad at her for menstruating. You're mad at her for being a bud.
I was saying my body. I'm not talking about hers.
Right, but I said, like, well, it's because she's doing puberty, and you're like, I don't agree with all these things my daughter's doing. What's going on? She makes weird choices. Yeah, puberty. Puberty changes the body, Steve. And the brain.
Yes, it does. It's also just, everything. But again, it was a wonderful trip for her, and she found a series of stickers and the squashed pennies. I thought that had long gone. Not only is it a thing, you can get like the wallets to put this, like, collect them in, and like every place we went. So she got one place, and then of course the next place we went had an even cooler one. She's like, "Oh, can I?" I'm like, "No, you don't have. You have 3. We don't need 2 wallets to carry 3 squished pennies in."
Daughter, you need to learn. We don't just collect things for the sake of collecting them in the Sigler household.
Why are you talking about my video games? I'm talking about your things.
51 cents in this economy.
No, so I was worried partly about the trip because, she's getting older, and it's like, will she enjoy a family trip? Is that fun for her? So when she found that element to like get excited about every stop we went to, I joined in with her, and I was like, let's find the pennies. They got to have pennies at this place. Come on, let's find something. So she inevitably would find the flattened penny machine, go get one, and it kept her engaged. And I was like, this is perfect. I made the trip much better.
No, you got to have something for the kids to latch onto.
Yes. Well, again, for kids, my 7-year-old, that's different. It's just thrilling, like something to be excited about. For her, it's like, what will excite you? Like, I'm really surprised it was flattened pennies, but you had your thing, and that's all I care about.
It's either this or you keep crossing paths with some boy from Texas, and then I have to like deal with that. I got to tell a quick my traveling with my family story. Right after I graduated college, and my sister graduated, we graduated college pretty close to each other. So my mom and dad are like, okay, we're gonna take the whole family to New York. We're gonna go to Broadway, and we're gonna go to Yankee Stadium because we're shinnies, and that's what shinnies do in New York. So, but my brother, who was 16 at the time, met a girl on the plane on the way over, and she was going to be there for a week, and they were flirting the whole way, and then ran into her again at the luggage carousel, and she's like, "Hey, can I get your number?" And he's like, "I don't have a phone, but I can give me yours, and I'll text you from my parents' phone when I have a moment." And she's like, "Okay, do you have a pen?" He's like, "Oh, crap." So he goes to his luggage and starts digging out his luggage. He's throwing underwear all over the airport terminal looking for a pen. He finally finds a pen, and she gave him her number, and I don't know that anything ever was texted, but T-shirts and underpants as far as the eye can see. And me and my sister's just shaking our head in disbelief. And my brother-in-law going, "Yeah, you go. Respect the game."
I mean, you have to respect so much hormones that you're chucking your underwear through an airport looking for a pen. Like, that's one of those zoom out from your body situations. Just like hover above and see what you're doing. Look at that. Look at that. Do you see that? That's not okay, is it?
So that's what you have to look forward to. 4 years from now, you're going to be doing a family trip, and you're going to be like, where'd my daughter go? And then you're going to see out of the corner of your eye, you're going to see boxer shorts just flying. And now you know why. Someone wants her phone number.
Possible. I don't know. With my daughter, I keep telling my wife, I think our daughter is more like me than you. In which case, you're going to get a very different experience.
I mean, you had to get your wife's phone number somehow.
I did. Yes. I reached the point in my life where I'm like, okay, I have to leap sometimes or nothing's going to happen.
They can't all be lesbians. I'm going to try this again.
One lesbian. No more. I had other girlfriends. But yes, they can't all be.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
Play the odds. Come on. And damn it, lesbian. Ah!
You miss all the heterosexuals you don't take.
It's been a while since we podcasted. You're forcing titles again. Let it come naturally. It'll be so much better.
You have no idea how much I've missed this.
To quote the great Chandler Bing, I don't know what this is.
But I know I need it.
That's understandable.
Anyway, okay, so you're up at the top. You looked far. Your 10 minutes was up. Then what happened?
10 minutes is up. They said, 10 minutes is up. Let's go. And I mean, again, you get moving. And it was notable that we got in the egg again to go back down. And, again, down was a little quicker and went down. And we were talking about our trip going down. And the kids sang a song. And they had a great time. And we got back down, and as we're heading back up and leaving, the other families are going in and getting ready to go up. And as I'm leaving the area, I see I assume a mom of a family. She is the last one to get in, and she'd gotten in, and then she got back out. And then finally one of the guides came down to her and was just like, "Ma'am, can I help you?" And she's just like, "Yeah, just need an extra minute." So she was what I thought I would be. And I was like, "Oh, well, A, it's good to see another adult doing that. B, I hope she gets her ass in there sooner. She's going to get left behind." I don't think they're going to care. Like, you don't get much time to say like, "Yeah, I just need a moment to collect myself." I'm guessing they were like, "Okay, well, you take a second and then get in there." Or I may have turned around the corner.
That's what the 4 minutes it takes to get up there is for.
Yeah.
Collect yourself on the elevator, ma'am.
I would love to witness that woman just grabbing the top and just kicking her in. Oh, I understand. Yeah, it can be a little bit much. Just John Wicks her ass in there. And you're going up. Have fun. Bye-bye now.
That's how you do it.
Yeah. So I recommend it once.
Okay. I'll do it. You talked me into it. Next time I'm in St. Louis. Well, I'm glad you did it. I'm maybe it's a good thing your wife doesn't listen to this podcast, because I don't think she would have taken you up for that if she knew all the things that you've said on this.
Oh no, she would have. No, she basically forced me to.
Okay. So, wait. Oh, another question. Heights, enclosed spaces, blood, ghosts, laundry rooms, spiders. What aren't you afraid of?
I mean, that's only 6 things you've named, so on some other things, not.
But those are the big 6.
My apologies for being scared of the usual things people are scared of.
No, everyone gets one. One. And you're like, I'll take the full half dozen, please.
I can use them all up. Like, go do this. No, I can't. It violates one of my fears. Really? What are your fears? What was I supposed to do? Well, we're going up. Yeah, that's right. Heights. Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah. Sorry. Did I say going? No, I'm sorry. This is the one, but we're going in the cave with the spiders. Yep. Yeah, don't do spiders either. Hey, covered.
I'm just telling you to do your laundry, which is in the laundry room. Covered. Can't do it.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Steve and Jason Are Having a Real Fun Time. We hope you had a real fun time too. Please like us on whatever platform you found us on and, well, just like us in general.